students, this is Jay Parmar from Zestech INC. Today we are going to learn something related to JSP and JDBC connectivity. As we know, for JDBC and JSP we can use the concept of NetBeans. Inside this PC, NetBeans IDE, it is 8.0.2 is installed, and if we want to create a web application, then we need to select the category Java Web, and then we need to select web application. Click on next. Give the name of your project. Say for example my project, that is the name which I have given. Again click on next, and no need to select anything. Click on finish. Once you click on finish, a particular project has been created over here, and the name of the project which we have given, that is my project. First of all, inside the libraries, if we want to connect our applications with JSP, so I am using XAMPP, that is for database connectivity, MySQL, that will be using for database, and particularly I have created one database over here, and the name of the database is DemoDB. I am creating a new table over here. Give the name of your table. Say for example login, that is the name of the table, and 3 fields we want over here. So number of column is 3. Click on go. A login table has been created. Now give the name of the field. Say for example LID, data type is integer, length is 3, and then a particular parameter which we would like to set, that is primary key and auto increment. This next field is LNAME, data type is varchar. The size of this field is, say for example 50. No properties we need to set. And then L password, data type is varchar, and field size is 50. Click on save button. A login table has been created, and 3 fields are there inside this table. As there are no record, so it displays no record. Now if you want to insert a record over here, then what we need to do, click on SQL. There is an insert query, select query, update query, delete query. This many queries are available over here. Now if you want to see the structure of this, then just click on structure. It will display the structure of the table which we created. Now for database connectivity, open the NetBeans. For JSP, first of all we need to write %@ page import equal to java.sql.star. This is what we imported, a package inside our program. Now once a package has been imported, we can work with the concept of NetBeans and database connectivity. Now if you want to work like this is an HTML page, so over here what we need to do, we need to create a form. Say for example I am creating a form inside this. So form tag has 2 main attributes: method equal to post and action equal to, say for example login.jsp. This is what I created a form inside this. Now placing a text box, so input type equal to text, giving a name to this text box. Say for example M1, that is the name of a text box. Then password, again input type equal to text and name equal to M2. One submit button we require, so input type equal to submit, value equal to, say for example submit. So we created a page, that is an HTML page, and the name of this page is index.html. First of all, right click on your project, select clean and build, then right click on your HTML page, then run this file. An HTML page which we created is displayed over here. Now where we want to redirect this page, so that is on login.jsp page, we would like to redirect the page. So what we need to do, we need to create a JSP page. So right click, new, JSP, the name which we need to give, that is login.jsp. so provide the name login.jsp, click on finish. JSP page has been there inside your project. Now if you want to work with a database, so as I said, we need to import page import equal to java.sql.star. Then now the data which we entered inside the text box, as we know, we created an HTML page. So here what we need to do, we need to declare two variables, one for name and one for password, to retrieve the data from the previous page, that is of HTML page. We need to write request dot get parameter, and here we need to give the name of the text box. Inside index.html we have given the name of the text box as m1, so that is m1. Then password equal to request dot get parameter, and the name of the password text box is m2. So two variables. Now if we want to print the value, so we can use out.println nm, and again out.print password. Save this file, right click on index.html page, click on run. So it will just open a web page which we created over here. Now see what we need to do, we need to provide the name and password. Say for example I provide the name as Jay and password as Parma. Click on submit button. So JSP page will be called and the name and password which we provided will be displayed over here. This is just a demo how to just get the values from the HTML page and fetch that values inside JSP page. Now if you want to work with a database, so over here, as we know, inside JDBC there is a concept of try catch. So we need to write try block, and then inside try block for database connectivity, the thing which we need to write it, that is class.forName, and we need to load the JDBC driver over here. So that is written inside class.forName con.mysql.jdbc.driver, and then connection object. Inside connection object, what I did, driver manager.get connection. We would like to connect our applications with MySQL. So here jdbc.mysql, localhost 3306, demodb, root and password, that is a username and password. Then now once we establish the connection, say catch SQL exception, and then catch class not found exception. This two catch block we need to handle once we call the connection, and try and catch block is necessary for database connectivity. Now to insert a record inside this, what we need to do, so I am writing a query, say string str equal to insert into table name which we created inside database, and the name of the database, that is demodb. A table has been created, login is the name of a table, field name and data type, that is lid and lname. These are the three fields which we created inside the table. So insert into table name is login, field ID is L name, L password, values. Values we need to get from the variable, that is nm, and password. These are the variables which stores the value from HTML page. Okay. Now at the end semicolon once we write the query. So this is what the query of insert. Now if you want to execute the query, then there is a concept of statement object con dot create statement, that is a method we need to use. Now to execute the query, if we are executing insert update or delete query, then statement object has execute update method that is normally used to execute the query. Now once a query has been executed, if we want to display something on a screen, say for example record inserted, then at the end put a semicolon. Now again right click on your project, clean and build, right click on index.html, then run this file. HTML page has been displayed inside browser. This is my HTML page. Now here what I am doing, I am just writing J and password as per mar. Now when I click on submit button, at that time login.jsp page has been displayed. Now if I open a browser, if I open a admin panel, if I just paste the record, particularly there is a concept of library over here. So add a jar file to this mysql connector.jar, that is a jar file. It stands for Java archive. Click on open. Once you import this library, see mysql connector.jar file has been available inside your project. That is the primary thing. Now click on clean and build again because we have not provided that thing. Now again right click on index.html page, and if you want to find out the error if any, then inside catch block what we need to write. So inside catch block we need to write out.print what type of error you are getting. So we need to convert it into toString. And similarly, if a class is not available, then inside catch block out.print ce.toString, then put a semicolon at the end. Now build your project because we made a modification. Right click on index.html, click on run. Now provide the username and password. So I provided the username and password. Click on submit button. Record has been inserted over here.